Okay. So I'm really tired. I don't know why. Had a long day at work. So I'm really listening to some good tunes. Had a long day. And so this morning, I was watching the news. They were talking about a 10-day no-fly zone. No, the airport was closed down, and there was no word on why they were doing it. So I was just kind of really curious. It's like, why would they do this? Who would do this? So what's the reasoning behind this? I mean, is this my favorite military guy out in the desert who's got the ulcer in charge of shutting down this airport? I mean, is there some sort of ice event that's going to happen out there? There's there's really nothing on the news. In fact, the news is pretty worthless as far as what's going on. The thing is, if this was an event where there was a major spill, say it was a nuclear or biological, you would hear about it. It would sneak through the news. Just like the labs that they keep finding all over the place. They keep finding little Chinese labs in different areas in different cities because we know full well that's all about. That's an easy. Why are the Chinese setting up labs with you know various things? Well, we know why, and it's just so. Why is there such a news blackout? Why is there? Why keep the people guessing? Because when they guess, then people like me will assume the worst, which I always do. Um, so, on that note, this morning I was talking to somebody about it. He said it was, well, let me give you a verbatim quote on what his view on or his take on this. Uh, UFOs, drones, cartel enforcement, testing from the Army airfield nearby, or were invading Mexico because of the Super Bowl, but only right there. So I haven't RV'd it because he's an RVer, but maybe the galactic overlords are coming for a visit. Now, I thought that was funny. I mean, did New Jersey shut down for 10 days when they had the drones flying over? Did Washington State shut down when they had the pilots telling the tower that there's activity, unusual activity? Did any of that happen? No. What makes El Paso different? El Paso is different because it's got a lot of military bases. It's over by Area 51. It's over by the Mexican border. Um, something about this is hinky. They're really hinky. So I don't. I mean, it doesn't affect me at all because I'm up here in Washington State. But I just thought it was interesting with all the things going on and all the people screaming about stuff that this is not being talked about more. Um, what was it? I can't remember when the Phoenix Light flyby was, but the officials that were in charge of the area were literally mocking the people that actually saw something. So if this is a UFO, then we should be seeing the officials mocking the people, making fun of anybody who's actually seen anything or heard anything. This is standard protocol for government officials, but I haven't seen anything. So maybe, I don't know, maybe this is something else. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look. Let's focus in on the airport. Let's focus in on the mountains surrounding the airport. I don't even know what El Paso looks like. I'm assuming the airport's in a flat plains area. And I'm assuming that El Paso has a kind of like an urban sprawl not too far from their airport. So, but what we got to look at is 10 days. Why would they do this for 10 days? 10 days is such an odd number. Um, it'd be really cool if somebody could actually, oh, tell me what's going on. But I need to pull up my Reddit real quick. All right. So in the right-hand corner of my right-hand corner of my screen, you can see what I'm listening to. Hopefully it'll help me a lot. So let's look at the target, and we're going to look at the cause. First thing I want to look at the group dynamics, or who who is responsible for the shutdown of individuals, individual group. So this is for the El Paso airport. So first things first. First thing's the tower. We have the tower crew. All right, so let's look at the tower first. Okay, we have the tower. We have energy. All right, so I've got a set of three windows. I have energy here in the middle. Somebody take a pot shot at the. Did somebody take a pot shot at the tower? So what caused that blast attack? What is this energy bloom here? Is that cracked glass? Is that an energy bloom? Was there a vent in the sky that they could see in this window? All right, so the tower has an incident. There's something that they can see that's causing excitement. It's, So this is the tower crew status. Okay, so now the tower is up there. They see something that's causing excitement. So is this at ground level? Is this in the air? What's causing excitement? I have, so here's the emotions I have for the crew, or for the tower people, is fear, excitement, anger. Fear seems to be a really common. But if fear, excitement, anger, more fear. So how many people? So I'm going to do a quick count of people. Two, three, got four. So I got four primary secondaries. I don't know who these secondary people are, but they're like walk in, walk out. I don't know if they're random stuff. So yeah, these four primaries, and then I've got secondary group of like three. All right, running. All right, so something about the secondary group, they're running. They're running somewhere. They're running to do something. Right. Look at the ground crew window. So I have somebody up in the two people, different locations, phones. I got phones. So pictures. I have phone calls. So this is not an isolated event. So ground crew actually saw something. They're actually trying to either trying to notify. I see an airplane stuck or stopped. It's unloaded. So this is not, to me, it doesn't make sense. Airport. So plenty of people had phones. Plenty of people made phone calls and have. So there's pics of event. Event is hour long. Event is hour long. So it's an event. It's an hour long event. So it's not just the tower. It's not just the ground crew seeing something. We have four primaries who took pictures, and Screenshot. Okay, so I don't see what the event is other than this cracked glass looking thing. So it looks like cracked glass. Now, I don't know if that means that this is like a far off thing that has a cracked glass look, or there's a broken window that has a, I don't know, like a little bullet hole in it. I'm not really sure. But currently, I don't see any of it. I do know that there's an airplane that was stuck or stopped and unloaded. So it wasn't allowed to take off. Plenty of pictures, plenty of phone calls, event hour long. You know, it'd be funny because if you, because they're making phone calls, if you were to talk to spouse of staff, well, I would like to know what was going on. I talked to the spouses, but these people are not between a rock and a hard place, so they have lost the ability to do, tell us what's going on. The ground crew, the wild cards, have a much freer, much easier window. While they're going to be hunted down, they have a much easier window because they were like secondary. So what was the event? That's an hour-long event. Was the radar broken? Is this another Phoenix event? All right, not sure what that is. Is that a flight path? All right, let me take a picture of this. All right, so I'm going to take a picture of the screen. Okay, let me get a screenshot over here. Okay, so now the screenshot of this. Let's see if I can get a couple little pics. Okay, just have I had another, I have another job I have to go do. Uh, so I'm gonna have to do a part two on this. But before I go, Enneagram on, let's see. You know that you're mine, too. Thanks. You doing over there? All right, so structure, energy. So, all right. So for my diagrams, I have a structure, I have energy, people and persons, different kinds, and then spring forth, opening, pull through. So, uh, basic description would be to have something come through, basically pulling itself through. I have a rounded, flared event. I'm not sure what this is. I can't really get a good feel for that other than it's rounded. I'm just gonna go rounded, energetic. three I like. This is like a I've got three coils, and each one has a center coil. I don't know how to describe it. It's like two donuts. Okay. So I got three objects, three coils with they look like two donuts intertwined. So basically they would look like a I don't know, maybe I want to say an anti-gravity drive, but hey, that'd be really we're gonna do that. We're gonna just throw this out there. Anti-gravity drive, anti-gravity drive. AOL. So the plume. Now, the thing is, it kind of looks like a debris trail. It's like something's actually falling out. There's actual dispersal. Right. So I'll let you guys take a look at that. I'm going to do a round two later tonight and see if I can get any other feel for this. Hmm. And I'm going to take some pictures and then. Okay. So just for the record, that's my ideograms. I have two different groups of people or persons. So there's actually two sets or more that don't that are not working with each other. They're two separate groups. So kind of makes me wonder. And this spring forth thing, that's kind of interesting, but love this energy. So on this energy thing, like a radio transmitter has something similar. So a radio transmitter looks like this. Here, let's see if I can do it. All right. You have a radio transmitter has a stack. It's got a emitter and it's normally shaped like this, and you have the electricity contained in here energy, but this energy is like separate from the stack, and I don't it's it's not like a transmitter. It's not the energy is not like a transmitter. It's actually below the energy is below whatever this is, what I lovingly call the stack. So it's instead of being like a radio transmitter, this is different. So it's very interesting. All right. Well, thank you for your time. Once I finish up with what I got to do, friends first, family first, or um, I'll come back and play some more. This is your local pie in the sky kind of guy. Hoping it is what I think it is. If not, it's something normal, like they had a major incident. That's okay too. Maybe I'll be able to see what it is. So, all right. This is Big Jeff signing out. Thank you very much, man. You guys have a good night.